Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. When my oldest daughter was, well, like a year and a half, 2 years old, my husband asked her, we were on the discussion of who owned what. Don't ask me why. I don't remember that. But who owned what in the house? And she looked around in her very advanced little mind. And she said, Daddy, you own that ugly clock and you own your truck. The rest is Mama's. But her little wise words have kind of stuck with me. And pretty much, yes, it is my house. It is my stuff. And a little advice to you men out there, okay? Who may not be watching. I don't know. Here's some advice. Don't ever touch. Think that you have the ability to rearrange a woman's pantry. No. Okay, so if you're first married, fine. You know, there's nothing stabilized yet. But when you're married, almost 30 years, I'm sorry, you do not have any authority to rearrange your woman's pantry. Seriously, my husband did this about a year ago, right before Christmas. Do you know how hard it is to bake when all your baking supplies are mixed in with creamed corn and beans and tomatoes and whatever else was in the pantry at the time? So then he would be asking me, like, well, where is this at? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Where did you put it? You know, I have no idea. Like, I don't know. But that's how I could keep track. And I could be like, oh, we're sure we need ranch dressing. Or I'm on my last bottle of olive oil. Or, you know, my gosh, it's like, so then he runs out of something and he wondered why. You know, well, because I couldn't find anything. You've got ranch dressing on all 3 shelves just because it fit. You know, that's not how it is. That's not how it works. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. So it took me about 3 months to finally, I didn't have time, guys. Come on. To take, you know, to rearrange it properly. So it took me about 3 months to slowly, you know, move stuff, you know. But I mean, pumpkin pie does not go with green beans. Pumpkin pie goes on the baking shelf where the cocoa is and the olive oil and the jello and the pudding and, you know, because it's baking. It's not stuff you use every day. And then the next shelf is like the soups and the tomatoes and the noodles and the, you know, the canned vegetables and canned beans and whatever else you have, you know, canned stuff, tuna, you know. It just don't go, you guys. It just don't go. But yeah, oh, I was livid. And it's like there's no rhyme or reason. He just did it. He did it in the order of this fit or these were all cans, honey. I don't care. You know. So when you're looking for cherry pie filling, you're looking through 50 cans to try and find the cherry pie filling instead of it's up on the shelf. There's only a few cans up there. There's the apricot pie filling for the apricot cookies. There's the pumpkin pie filling for the pumpkin bars. And if there's any other pie filling for the cheesecake. Like, you just don't do it. Yes. You know that whole phrase, happy wife, happy life? Probably has a lot of meaning to it. But there's a lot of men out there, not naming names, that don't take that into perspective when they are doing things around the house. Anyway, today, what are we doing? What the heck are we doing? Oh, okay. Do you remember way back? Like, I think I did it twice on the channel. I know I've done it a few times since, but we made cream soap. I think it wasn't last summer. And then I made some October, November, September, something like that in the fall. Okay, right? There were 2 different recipes, 2 different techniques. But yeah, we're going to test them out. We're going to make them into something and package them. And so it's basically testing out the cream soap we made 9 months ago, 6 months ago. But like I said, it takes that long for those molecules to just do their thing. So 3 things: dream big, be true to you, you are worth it, and yes, the pantry is yours. Let's go check out this video on the cream soaps. Okay, just to warn you, this is a disaster waiting to happen. I had so much cream soap all over in the end, it was ridiculous. Anyways, I will post both videos below to the ones we did last year, so you can decide on, see where the recipes came from and all that jazz. So this first one was made in November. Okay, not sure if that's the November video. I think it is, somewhere in there. That mica was My Red Obsession by Nurture Soap, and this fragrance is Wine About It from Wholesale Supplies Plus. I love this one, the Let's Wine About It. I wasn't sure I would, you know, but I really do. And this is the one I spilt on the counter, and my husband was like, oh, I like that. Even though it's a girl fragrance oil. But anyway, hopefully you will get to see this. I am just taking my hand mixer and incorporating the mica and the blanked it out, the fragrance oil in there, and look how thick that is. It's thick. So interesting enough, this one made in November is super, super, super thick. And I am just adding my Optifin Plus to this because it will go into a jar, and, you know, wet hands in the shower, wet hands in the jar equal possible contamination. So that's why I add the, you know, preservative. Hopefully you can see this. My camera was like almost directly above me. But literally, look how thick that is. Isn't that just crazy? It's just crazy. It was so thick. And it beat up really nice. Really nice and thick. So it'll be perfect in the jar. And so, you know, I think this was the hot process cream soap. Because one was hot process, one was cold, we'll put quotes, cold quotes, process soap. Okay, so this was the hot process soap. It was thick to begin with, so even trying to mix it, you know, for the first couple of weeks and then letting it set, it was always thick. Okay, it was always thick. Okay, this one is the cold processed cream soap. Okay, and it's so interesting to me to get 2 different results, right? And, well, it makes sense. I mean, this one wasn't, you know, cooked like the other one was. It was done in the crock pot because of, you know, explain it, the stearic acid, I wanted it hot. But this was the cream soap, and it was, or the cold process, and it was so liquidy. And it continued to be running like the next month after. Like, I could shake it up and it would just run, which was so weird, right? But it seemed okay otherwise. I have cream soap all over. Like, if this video could have got, if you could, yeah, I just shot cream soap all over. I do it at least a few times because I had cream soap on my cupboard. I had cream soap on the other side of the floor. I had it all over the counter. I was just a total disaster with this cream soap. It was like all over me. It would have been great to, yeah, see how runny that is? First, watch me shoot cream soap all over because I was trying to take the beaters off and turned it on smooth. But the kicker is, this will be perfect to put in my Malibu bottles, right? The ones that stand upside down, right? Perfect. It's all about personal preference, really. But let's see. we are scenting this with Crisp Juniper by Nurture Soaps. And I am using Savage Garden by Nurture Soaps also to color this. Yeah, got a little bit of extra in there. Not really. It's a pretty big batch for, I mean, you know, you can always add more. Crisp Juniper, and yes, Optifin Plus also, just because. Who are the #1 contaminants of beauty products? The people who use them. And we don't do it on purpose. It's just, you know, you're in the shower, you're in a hurry, stuff gets in the bottles, you know. So, it's a thing. It's a thing. So, these cream soaps can be used, like I said, for shaving. They can be used as a body soap. They can be used as a hand soap. I have a girl who uses it as shampoo. Like, I kid you not. She uses it as shampoo, which totally floored me, okay? I don't know how she does it. I don't know. She just told me, she's like, I love this stuff. I use it as shampoo. Who knew, right? So I guess I could put on here, you know, usage wherever you use soap. Because I did use it to wash my dishes. Okay, and for a lather test. So I don't have a whole lot on there. Oh, I was going to show you. You can use it as a shaving cream, right? You got to put a little more water on than that. It didn't really bubble up, but... And the orange peeler is not a real shaver, but... But, okay, so to test it, this was really good. This was the Crisp Juniper, and it felt amazing. There's no slime factor. There's no, you know, rinses off really nice. Just overall, stellar. Okay, and our wine about it. This was definitely nice. And, you know, the thing is if you test this soap out, I don't know what I'm doing. If you test this out and you have this sticky residue, it's not done. It's not done. You will feel it. It will feel kind of, it's a weird texture. But when it's done, it's smooth, it's bubbly, it's just luxurious. I just love it in the shower. Okay, somewhere I lost the footage of packaging the Crisp Juniper. I don't know where it went. But we're going to package this beautiful Let's Wine About It. It goes into the Tuscany jars? Is that what they're called? Because they're not, the walls are kind of, you know, not exactly straight. Those are the same as the whipped sugar soap scrubs go in. Some people just love the jars. Love the jars. And then I'm like, do you want jars or bottles? I like bottles. And then I do bottles, and then they're like, I like the jars. You know why they like the jars? Because you can get every little speck out. And then you can reuse them. Like, these are super cute jars. They come with a flip lid for easy access in the shower. Yep, they're really easy. Easy peasy. And there you have it, the Crisp Juniper and Let's Wine About It cream soaps. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.